Hey guys, welcome. So today we're going to fulfill one of your music requirements, which is make a instrument. And the instrument that we're going to make today is a interesting tissue box guitar. So what you're going to need is obviously a tissue box. Empty is preferable. Some tissue boxes can be smaller, like you can get the square size. Depending on the size of your rubber bands and your pencils, that should be fine. But just watch this video and make your modifications as necessary. So you got your tissue box, you got two pencils. I chose two pencils that A, I don't really care about, and B, all the eraser is all gone, so I'm not going to be really using those much. And then I brought some rubber bands. Make sure that they're big enough for the box and that they're not too tight around the box that they break. Because that is sad, especially if you don't have many rubber bands. Now you're down one rubber band, and that's no fun. So I made sure to get different types of rubber bands. I got some thick ones, I got some thin ones, I got some smaller ones, I got some bigger ones. It gives us a variety of sound, especially when we put them all together, and it makes it interesting, makes it fun to work with. And so what we're going to do, I'm going to talk you through what we're going to do before I do it. We got our tissue box, and then we're going to glue two pencils, one pencil like this, kind of horizontal to the box, and then we're going to glue one to this as a slant on the bottom. And what that does, it kind of creates tensions on the strings at different points, which will give us a different pitch note for each string depending on where it is on the tissue box. And then after it's all dried, we're going to add our rubber bands very gently. We don't want to break the rubber bands, or sometimes if the rubber bands are too tight, they might crunch the box, and we're going to try to avoid that. So I'm going to start gluing. I'm going to take my hot glue gun. I'm going to take my pencil ever so carefully, and we're going to glue it to the box horizontally, or as straight as we can to the box. And while that dries, we're going to glue our second pencil to the box. So, and this one is going to go as a slant. It doesn't matter which kind of slant you do, as long as it's a slant and it's on the bottom half of the box. So yeah. So we got that going for us. So I am doing this to my box horizontally, like this, and it should look something like this. If you guys want to do it vertically instead, like glue a pencil straight across this way and add a slant down here, that's fine. That just depends on what kind of rubber bands you have. So I have smaller ones, so that's why I'm going to do it this way. It'll create less tension on the rubber bands, and it'll be a lot easier to put on. So it's pretty much dry. Hot glue tends to dry pretty fast, depending on what kind of glue. You can use super glue if you want, or you can use hot glue. Depends on what you have. If you want to use Elmer's glue, that's fine. It's just going to take a lot longer because Elmer's glue is a more subtle kind of adhesive. So now that my pencils are not falling off and they're pretty on there, I'm going to put on my first rubber band, as you can see. And I want to show you something real quick before we add in any more rubber bands. So here is the rubber band, and right here the tension points are here and here. And I'm gonna, as you can hear, there's that little note. I have no idea what note this is. So we got that, but then watch this. We're gonna move it over this side. Now the pressure points have been changed. It's a little bit deeper. Yeah, so that is what that does. Isn't that cool? And now we're going to add our other rubber bands. I've got this fancy green one. It's a little bit thicker than this one, so it's going to produce a different sound in general, and it's a little bit bigger too. So it's kind of got a lower sound. Bring it higher on the box. Modify in the back too. And it's a little bit higher. Isn't that just neat? Isn't this neat? So yeah, so we're going to add on our other rubber bands. Music's all around. And here's a smaller one. We're going to definitely get a higher pitched sound on this one, and it's definitely going to be a lot more difficult to put this one on because it's getting stuck on pencils and because it's smaller. There we go. Cool. So here we go. I just did 4. You can do 5 or 6 or how many you want. Doesn't matter. Just depends on how many rubber bands you have. So here we go. So here is our little guitar. Isn't this just masterpiece over here? And so here we're gonna. Here's this note. Here's that one. There's this one. And that is low. This rubber band is really big too, so there's not a lot of tension on this one. But yeah, and now here is the sound you're all waiting for. It is the sound of me strumming them all together. Isn't that just lovely? And another fun thing is you can download an app on your phone, a tuner app, and you can tune the strings by raising them or lowering them. You can form chords with them. You can learn how to play it. It's just something fun. I definitely will have fun messing around with this and trying to see if I can tune this up. Probably will replace this rubber band later with a tighter one so we don't have such a low note. I can move it over here. Still pretty low, but it's better. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed. This is what it's supposed to look like or something like it. Yeah, so make sure to take pictures and show me what you guys made. Please be creative and make sure to add another adult for 2D Play Show. Alright, well that's it. See you guys later. Bye!